Hey, Bobby. Um, it's interesting because I saw your. So I guess I don't know if I did a reading for your sister or if she saw one of my YouTube things, but that's awesome. Like I said. I mean, it's crazy the way that messages work. Um, don't get me wrong. Sometimes I do readings and I don't even know where the information comes from, to be honest with you. But yeah, so what was actually? Give me a second because I want to kind of pick up on your energy because I just read your email. You don't mess around. That Mexican girl came back. She deleted, blocked, obstructed, removed, restricted, beat her ass. She's out. But no, it's a good thing. Okay. So just in general, general as far as Aries, I don't know if this will resonate with you, but you guys have kind of been going through some stuff. I'm not going to say you guys are stubborn, but change has been trying to happen with you guys in specific areas in your life, and um, you guys are hard workers and you don't give up. And sometimes it's not about giving up. It's about, this is what I picked up when I was reading your stuff, is that when something doesn't work, it's okay to go, okay, I keep trying it this way. This doesn't work, so I need to just drop it. So, but I don't know if that means anything to you. But let me see what comes up, Bobby. Okay, so Bobby, I want to look at career for you first, okay? I don't normally do career readings. I've done them for you, but I normally don't do them at all, to be honest. I think I did one earlier in the week, actually one yesterday. But I usually just stick to love readings. But let's see what I can pick up for you. As far as work, I think like you were saying in your email, you're just over it. You're miserable. Almost feeling like wanting to quit, but feeling like you don't have a choice. Maybe even feeling really emotional about it. There's something about. Okay, so here's the thing. And don't take this the wrong way. You come up as the Queen of Swords. So the good thing about the Queen of Swords, male or female, she's about, like, she speaks the truth, but she speaks it and she doesn't. She says it however she wants to say it. So she's not about like saying it nice or whatever. Well, right behind her is the King of Swords. So both of these are you, representing you. You're very clear on how you feel right now about work, and it feels like this. So the Five of Wands is like, see how those wands are going in all these different directions. That's how you feel inside about work. The Lover's card comes up because this card's about needing to make a decision. So it's like you know, like in your gut almost, because the King of Cups is here also. He's very intuitive, so he knows deep down, like, okay, this doesn't feel good, and I know I need to make a decision about something. So we're going to get to the bottom as far as like direction, what you need to do, or what you can do at this time. That's funny, the card that came up was walk away, but easier said than done. Done sometimes. It's almost like whatever you're doing right now in regards to career, it's like you've been waiting for the investment to pay off, and it just hasn't. There's almost a part of you that just wants to run. So let's see if anything what's working for you in the career sector. It's like this, Bobby. It's like there's a part of you that maybe feels like you're not taking care of yourself because you're choosing to stay where you're at. I don't know if that makes any sense. Of course, I'm hoping that the message comes through like actual direction for you to go. But what's working for you is where you're at, to be honest. Eight of Cups, thinking about walking away. But the good thing about this card, the Eight of Cups, this is about, I mean, you might feel like shit, but this card's about, like, these cups, like, they serve their purpose. So you're on to something bigger and better, okay? And it's been coming up like that for a lot of readings that I've been doing. Ten of Swords. This is like whatever your thoughts were about the job that you're doing now, you're over it. You're like, it's done. You know that. Then the Nine of Pentacles comes up. So this is male or female. This represents like an individual who's single, but they're happy. And I feel like with you, and she's happy. She's got cash. She's got wine, whatever. But it's like you feel like there's no movement in that direction. Like it's not that you're unhappy with yourself. It's that, okay, well, I don't necessarily feel this way, but you also feel like you don't know what to do. Like, what's the next step? Okay, and then here's you, King of Wands. So it's like you want direction. Maybe just thinking a lot about things. Tired of thinking a lot. Tired of thinking about work, and even, I mean, love too. So, to be honest with you, I think you're on the verge of some things, and I'm not surprised that you reached out for a reading now. There's a full moon on, no, it's a new moon. What's today, the 23rd? There's a new moon 2 days from now. You're probably already feeling it. I already read up on it. If you want to read up on it, if you just type in new moon in Gemini for May, and basically this one, and I hope that this makes sense. So new moons are about new beginnings, okay? It doesn't happen, you know, like that. Sometimes it does. Basically, the correlation with this new moon goes back to last August. So whatever you were dealing with from last August, okay, up until now, it's like coming to the end of that cycle. So I kind of, what I'm getting is like, I saw a picture of a car doing this, kind of weaving through traffic, and I kind of got that's what you've been doing as far as career, okay? That, I don't know, Bob, I just keep feeling like you're going to go out on your own. And I don't know what that means, like be a self-employed or be your own boss, or, but let's see what your challenge is right now in career. Challenge is actually walking away, actually saying it. It's just been really slow for you. You thought that maybe, you know, it would go somewhere, but I'm picking up 5 of Pentacles. It's like the challenge here is walking away from it, okay? Abandoning it in a way. Knight of Swords is saying it. It's like quick communication. That's the challenge. Also, the movement of it, like waiting for it to go somewhere, waiting for it to pay off. But it's just been really slow that it's like, how long can you wait? Once again, 5 of Swords. Almost like do yourself a favor. It's like the challenge is allowing yourself to do this, which is basically cut your losses and get out, because it's like whatever it was. I'm getting that it's kind of like I don't know, since last August, maybe you've been in this like transitional period where your life is really steering in a different direction, and you needed this time to distract you in a way. And I don't know if that makes sense to you, but it's like you're going to be starting a new journey soon, okay? And you may feel like, well, I don't know what I want to be doing next. I mean, necessarily, I don't know what that looks like, because if there's a challenge with the Magician, that means, well, what do I create? What do I manifest? What's next? And then we also have the 4 of Pentacles. This can represent, you know, holding on to the money that you have. I'm also, there was a message that was trying to come in. It was saying something like holding too tightly on a specific idea. And I don't know what that, I mean, let me see what comes up with that. It's like trying to have faith, but at the same time you want to give up. Okay, so moving forward, what else do we have for career? Because I feel like I'm just telling you things you already know. So there's potential, as far as career, I feel like there's something else you want in career. It might involve you moving, or it might involve shifting your thoughts to a different direction, because we have the Queen of Wands here. Queen of Wands, her energy is, she wants something, she goes after it, she gets it. Kind of like the King of Wands, right? But then right in the middle, and usually this card that's right in the middle of the reading is pretty significant. It's the 6 of Swords. This is like, a lot of the times this is like an actual, like a physical move, because this guy, he's packed up his family and his swords, and they're going wherever they're going. So this is movement, okay? So movement is happening for you. It is going to happen. But here's where it gets interesting. We have the Page of Wands. So this is like word of something, a message of something, hearing about something. Page of Wands, so pages are messengers. Wands are something that's like concrete. It's something that's has fire behind it, passion behind it, substance, something you want, desire, okay? And then we have the Knight of Cups. Movement towards something you love, okay? Usually this comes in, but comes up in a love reading as far as movement towards love. But here's what's interesting. Both of these guys, so there's passion here. There's want and desire in both of these, but they're looking at the moon. So for you, what I'm getting, this is like you don't know. There's not 100% confidence in whatever this is. Okay, but what is it in reference to career for Bobby? So Bob, once again, and you can definitely email me back if you need clarification. It's almost like you don't know the whole plan, but I feel like it's something about you going on your own, because the hermit is alone. He's like, I mean, he means a million different things, but you know, sometimes this can come up in a reading as far as like somebody who feels alone. But I'm getting the direction that you're headed is a direction that maybe it's still kind of iffy, but it would involve you going out on your own. And I'm not, if this makes sense, it's not necessarily like you starting your own company. It's going out on your own, whatever that is. What does the hermit represent for Bobby? I think something that you feel like it might be really hard for you, but it's something you love. Okay, because we have the Queen of Cups. Well, first the Ten of Wands showed up. Usually this means hardships, something hard. It's like a lot to handle. And then I pulled a clarifier, and it's the Queen of Cups. So it's like whatever this is, because she's a feeler, it's like it feels to you like it would be really hard. But it'd be a new beginning in something you love as far as career. So moving forward, what can you expect? I think you're going to get I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, you start looking for another job and you get an offer from a woman, a beautiful woman, the Empress, who tries to offer you something that you're like, nah, that's not I'm not interested. Because this guy, he's like, arms crossed, he's like, I don't want to move, I don't want change, because change is trying to come in. He wants to stick with the old. And I feel like for you, you want something dramatic, something that's like you want a complete transformation. I feel like this is coming for you, and I feel like when it comes, you're going to feel like you're on your path, and it's the start of a new cycle for you. So I kind of feel like, as I was talking about this new moon, since last August, you're coming to the end of a cycle. And basically that's what this new moon's about. To be honest, you know, I'm going through my own. So this new moon is signifying newness for everybody. So for me, I mean, I've been in the Midwest since December, and I just decided, you know what, it's not for me. I want to go back home to California where all my family and friends are. So I'm literally moving back to California in like, I think the first or second week of June. I'm just going back. I'm going to get a job, and I don't know what that looks like, but all I know is my goal is, or my first thing to do is just find a job so I have income, and then really focus on maybe going to school. I'm thinking about, you know, maybe going into like psychology and becoming, you know, a therapist or something. I don't know. You're never too old to do anything. That's all. That's my whole thing. Now, okay, so you're coming to the end of a cycle. This is a good thing. I feel like you're going to be celebrating something. I feel like this could possibly be a new job, and okay, you ready? You going out on your own. Here's the Fool. So if you look at the Fool, he's got his bags packed, and there's almost a youthfulness to it. And it's funny how I was saying you're never too old to do anything. There's a youthfulness to the Fool because he represents a young individual who's kind of like, he's called the Fool because it's like people will look at him and go, who's this guy? What is he, stupid? What is he going to jump off that cliff? The dog's like, no, what are you doing? He's packed his bag. He doesn't give a shit. He's like, you know what? I'm a free spirit. Aries, you guys are free spirits. He's like, I'm going to go out there and see what the world has to offer, and I'm not going to be afraid. Okay? Kind of what I did when I moved here. I gave my car to my mother. I left all my shit at my friend's house. I packed up a bag, literally one carry-on, and if anything, this process has helped me to heal with some stuff I was dealing with in the past, and also helped me to focus on my YouTube channel. So, I mean, there's a little insight, personal insight on my part, but I feel like you've got a new adventure, a new beginning coming up big time. And I wouldn't say this to you, Bob, just because, you know, you're one of my clients, but I feel like, you know, you're a good guy, but the World card is new beginning. Wheel of Fortune, shit moving in your favor. Okay, the Death card's not only change, it's transformation. It's a huge change. Fool, it's a 0, which means this is the beginning like right before the beginning, because after a 0 is 1. Okay, and then to get the 3 of Cups, this is like something to celebrate. Okay, now here's the thing though. I don't know if you walked away from something that you loved and maybe talked yourself out of it, but we've got this heartbreak card, okay? But as a clarifier, we have the Emperor. This is actually you. The Emperor is in Aries, okay? But I feel like for you, there was a sense of like it was your, whatever this means, it was your heart. It meant something to you. And maybe you talked yourself out of it, because the 7 of Swords is like cheating or lying, but it could mean being in denial or talking yourself out of something. But as far as your wishes, it's about going back to your past, because that's where you felt the most balanced and complete, okay? If anything, financially, it will help you. It may not propel you in areas of love, but it's going to help you to feel, damn, Bob, yeah, it's going to help you to feel more secure. And it may come in the form of a job offer from someone, because whenever I do a career reading and the Ace of Pentacles comes up, this is what you want to see in a career reading. This is a new job offer, okay? The Ace of Swords, this is through some form of communication. Maybe somebody you haven't talked to yet, but basically this is a new beginning as well. So new beginning, new beginning. But there will be some sadness about something. Maybe letting go of something, okay? It could be just the cycle that you're going through, having to like move on and change your life up. I feel like you have a feeling, as far as what I'm talking about, there's something here that you're aware of, because this 2 of Swords is here and basically says, you know, see how the guy's blindfolded? His thing is he knows something, but he doesn't want to take action. So let me see what this is about. Maybe fear, and you haven't talked it through yet to where you feel confident, because basically with this, there is something that you're aware of as far as moving forward in career. You're anxious about it. Why are you anxious about it? Maybe you don't feel confident enough that it's going to take care of you financially, or that you're going to feel that you could handle it in a way. And I feel like you can handle it. But I feel like you're not going to do it on your own, because the 2 of Cups is here is like, no, you're going to pair up with somebody. I feel like we had this reading before, Bob. Like, you would be collaborating with somebody, or you would be, because in a career reading, usually if the 2 of Cups comes up, it's you and an employer, or you and a partner. And you might be, you know, still in a situation of like, I don't know if that's the direction I want to go. Almost like it's a big risk, but it's like you need to talk about it more. You need the logistics of it and what it looks like, okay? But I feel like you're going to end up feeling like, through the process, you're going to end up feeling really good. To be honest with you, you have a lot of new beginnings coming up in career. So hang in there. I want to pull a few more cards. And then I'm going to, just because this will run over and it'll be fast or harder to upload if it's really long, so I'll stop this reading when I'm done. So I'm just going to keep reading. What does Bob need to know in regards to career? In regards to his career. Trust in the process, Bob. New things are coming. Universe is saying, just hold on. New change is coming. Just be open to it, and it's going to be a big change for you, because the Death card is about transformation. Okay. And it is going to come through, it's word of something. It's either an offer or you're going to hear of something, because both of these get 2 pages in a row. It's basically communication, like messages, more than one, but it's amplified, okay? In regards to what you want, it's to move on to bigger and better things, okay? And financially, I feel like you're going to be stronger. And it might actually, you know, as far as love, it might actually put that on a back burner for you, but you'll be okay with that, because it'll be a good distraction for you. Not to say you're not going to get laid, but as far as love, finding that love partner. But who knows? When I do your reading, it's almost like, don't focus too much on love right now. Career, if it's making you miserable, if you're feeling like this, then career should be what you yourself want to focus on right now. Okay. What will Bobby be doing in his next job? I was like, if that damn card comes up, then I feel pretty good. But, you know, unless you know what I'm talking about, then that's where it can get challenging. So, my question was, what are you going to be doing next? Well, it's something that might take a lot of work. Here's this card again. Or you feel like it's going to take a lot of work, but it involves movement of something. Whether this means you moving or actual move, like going in that direction, okay? I feel like you gave up on it before. I don't know what that means. Like sometimes I'll look at a card and then the message comes out, but it doesn't even relate to the card. But I feel like it's something that you thought about doing before. Maybe that was a slow process. The investment for it was a slow process, but it's your new direction now, okay? And I feel like you feel it in your gut. Like, no, I know. That's what I need to do. You've tried to think about other opportunities and other things. You've tried to sit down and talk with people, meet with people about stuff, but deep down, it's like as far as making a decision moving forward, it's like back to the drawing board. The tower here, it's like maybe going back. The tower is about this coming down and rebuilding. So it's like making this. This looks like crumbling, but it's basically rebuilding again. You know, this Queen of Swords is back, and it's like, I feel like it's saying, you know what this is. You may not know the full details as far as moving forward, but you will be doing this. This is all you. This is like something you've been wanting to do. You're just at that threshold as far as making a decision. And for some reason you're waiting. Why are you waiting, Bob? Probably because of the internal struggle, the back and forth, I don't know, the can I do this, the whatever that is, but universe is saying you can do this. You're strong enough. It's a strength card. So it's basically saying, so take action. Okay? Hope that was helpful. You know, that's the thing about career is that things aren't always specific. If I say, what's this person going to be doing? And if they're going to be a pharmacist, it's like, how the hell do I come up with a pharmacist? You know, how does Spirit allow a message like that to come through? But sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Okay, so let me close this out. Oh, any last things for Bobby in regards to career? Stay focused on, you know, it's okay to feel a little bit like, is this shit for real? Am I really going to do this? 9 of Wands, whatever you decide to do, but it's basically saying things are going to be really balanced, you're going to feel really good, and you're going to be happy. Okay, so I have a feeling with that Sun card too, it's like as we enter in the summer, that's when you're going to really start to notice big changes, like where things are starting to change for you. Just stay really hopeful. Okay, so let me send this over to you, and then I'm going to work on your love reading. So I'll see you in a bit, Bob.